What is the best way to invest for retirement? What's the right strategy for you, both financially and emotionally? How are you going to turn your life savings into income? When to do that? How to do that? These are big questions. And if you're nearing retirement, they're not just interesting or thought-provoking, they're rather urgent, you could say. There's one solution with many benefits that can help answer these questions. It's called dividend growth investing. Maybe you've never heard of dividend growth investing before. So go ahead, pause this video right now and Google it. Or just stick with me for a few minutes, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why it might be one of the most simple and powerful strategies for retirement planning and retirement income. Dividend growth investing is a strategy where you buy strong companies that not only pay dividends, but raise those dividends over time as well. The goal is simple. You want to own great businesses, collect growing income, and let time do all the heavy lifting. Now, before we go further, let's answer a basic question here. What is a dividend? A dividend is money a company pays you for owning part of it. When you buy a stock, you become a shareholder. That means you own a small piece of that company. If the company makes a profit, it can keep that money, or it can share part of it with its owners. That's you in this example. If it shares it, that payment is called a dividend. And how do you receive it? It gets deposited directly into your investment account. You can spend the dividend, you can save the dividend, or you can reinvest it while you continue to work. You don't have to ask. It simply shows up in your account. You're getting paid for being an owner. Now, here's where it gets really powerful. Some companies don't just pay dividends, they raise them year after year. Maybe they pay $1 per share this year. Next year they pay $1.10, and then $1.20. Over time, that income grows. And the companies we're talking about are not risky startups. They are household names. The companies that you and I both shop at, the brands that are in your kitchen right now, the stores you visit every week, and the kind of businesses you would be proud to see your kids work for one day because they're stable and well managed. These companies sell real products, they serve real customers, and they earn real profits. This is important because a lot of people go around, running around, using all these complicated financial formulas to try to figure out if a company is profitable, or maybe someday it will be. They look at all sorts of different models, predictions, forecasts. But here's what we look for. We look at a company's history of consistently paying dividends and increasing those dividends. Why? Because dividends come from earnings of that company. Without earnings, there is no dividend. And without growing earnings, there is no growing dividend either. It's that simple. A company cannot raise its dividend year after year unless it's making real money. So I'm not talking about hype, I'm not talking about projections or promises, I'm talking about real profits. So instead of guessing which company might succeed someday, we focus on companies that have already proven they're profitable, often for decades. If a company has raised its dividend for 10, 20 years, sometimes longer, that tells you something. It tells you that they have survived recessions. They've handled some tough markets. They've continued serving their customers, and they've continued earning money along the way. And that track record matters to us. Now, here's something people often miss. There are two things happening at the same time. First is you are collecting rising income, the dividend. And second, the value of your investment can grow too. As the company grows and earns more, your shares can increase in value as well. So you can have growing income now, growing income to spend in retirement, and the opportunity for growth over time as well. That combination becomes very powerful, especially as you approach retirement. Because here's the fear that many soon-to-be retirees have. How am I going to create income without running out of money? You always see that headline. Because many retirees' plans are built on saving a large amount of money and then slowly withdrawing from it monthly. But that often means selling shares to create income. How else are you supposed to spend it? And what happens if the market makes a downturn? You're forced to sell those shares at a lower price. That can feel rather stressful. So dividend growth investing offers a completely different approach. Instead of relying mainly on selling assets, your shares, you build a portfolio designed to produce income all on its own. These companies pay you. You're not just consistently shrinking your nest egg to generate cash flow. Now, does that remove all the risk? No, but it puts you in a much stronger position, both financially and emotionally, as you go forward. And this strategy is a great fit for people who are 5 years within retirement, people who are retired, and people who value stability over excitement and complexity. And this is where it becomes more than just a strategy. It becomes a belief system. It's a belief that owning great businesses work. It's a belief that real profits matter. It's a belief that patience beats panic. And it's the belief that income creates confidence. You're not just chasing trends. You are becoming an owner. And over long periods of time, companies that consistently grow their dividends often deliver strong total returns, meaning income plus growth working together. And hey, don't take my word for it. Go ahead and read our Google reviews from our clients. You'll see people not only talk about financial progress, but about peace of mind and about confidence and about sleeping better at night. Because retirement isn't just about the numbers. It's a major, major piece. But it's also how about you feel along the way. And the right strategy should support you both financially and emotionally. So if you would like to explore whether this approach fits your situation, you'd like to learn more about dividend growth investing, go ahead, click the link below, schedule a time for us to better connect, and we'll talk then. Thanks.